Hello, it's Jimmy here, the Righties, and I have here a Volvo V60 to look at. Obviously we've got a Renault Traffic there and a motorhome as well, but this is what we're looking at today, right now, so we'll get into it. So for now we're just going to concentrate on this one. Well, it's just arrived, but I was expecting an engine management light to be on, but there isn't. So we'll plug it in and see if we can see some faults on it. Okay, so I'm going to use the Launch X431 Euro scan tool. Do a Volvo run a scan and see what's going on. So it's been elsewhere, but obviously the issue hasn't been sorted, so we need to diagnose and tell him what's wrong. Okay, so here is the engine code. We've got a D4204T16. We're just going to run a full scan of the car. So you can see we've got a lot of different issues popping up here. So most of this stuff I'm going to ignore because he's here for engine management lights. Overhead console button status, I'm not too sure about none of that. So transmission, brake booster sensor. I think that is an issue with the... Yeah, it's common on these Volvos. Hang on a minute. So diesel particulate filter, this is what we've come to look at. Engine oil level is too low. Ooh, we'll have to check that. And then the P20EE00 NOx efficiency and a P2002. So that doesn't look good. If you've got both of those codes together, you've likely probably got a damaged DPF. I can hear the engine is sort of rumbling a bit. So we have lost communication with a lot of stuff. So I'd say this car has had a flat battery or it's got a weak battery. Something going on, but yeah, this is what we're here to look at. Okay, so on here we can see the oil level says it's on max, but I just had a word with the customer and he said it is using oil. He does have to top it up. So these cars use this system here. It doesn't have a dipstick under the bonnet. You've just got to check it on here. Now, just ticked up a few live data items there. Right. So we have an issue there with the DPF pressure sensor. That's reading 10 while the engine's off, so that's not right. 15 grams of soot. So what I'm going to do now is start the engine up. It's actually gone down, which is weird. Okay, so from looking at this is probably going to need a DPF pressure sensor, but I think that's the least of his worries if we start it up. Don't know why the pressure goes down when we start it up. That's very strange. If we hold the car up at sort of 3000 RPM, we've got an inaccurate reading there anyway, but what I'm going to try and do is see if I can calibrate the sensor. So I'll just turn the ignition on this now. We'll go back to special functions. Hopefully we have an option to calibrate the DPF pressure sensor. Reset the value of the O2 sensor. Okay, we've got this option here. Okay, so I've reset that. Now I would want to just reset the pressure sensor, but it didn't look like it's giving me the option to do that. So we've reset both. Now we'll recheck the live data. So it's particulate, pressure, and we'll get the other items up as well. Okay, so that hasn't helped because that hasn't moved. Well, hang on a minute. Has the ignition gone off? Let me just recycle the ignition, make sure that we're switched on. There we go, yeah, so that's not moving. So I've not actually seen that happen before. When we start the engine, the pressure actually decreases. Unless the pressure sensor's been mucked around with, someone's refitted it in the wrong direction, I'm not sure. I mean, if we're going to replace it, I'll check that, but the main issue, what I'm suspecting now, is we've got a damaged DPF. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of carbons that DPF is damaged. So unfortunately this is going to need a new pressure sensor and a DPF to fix what's going on, but you'll also have to do some other checks as well. So it has done 122,000 miles. Now it may just be the case that the DPF's worn out because of the mileage, but the risk is if you stick a new DPF on this, why has the DPF cracked? Now unfortunately there's some stuff, the most common reason for that would be overfuel and fuel injectors, and I don't have the equipment to do that here. This engine, you can't hear it on the video, but every now and then it's struggling to idle, it's going up and down. So I would have the fuel injectors tested before we fit a new DPF to it. So that's it, see you on the next video.